Hey there. Okay. Surgery experience part one. I've been wanting to film this video for a little while. I am 4 weeks out from surgery today, feeling fantastic, having just a really good recovery, and I'm ready to share my story. So, my pledge to you, nothing depressing or scary here. I mean, nothing like bad really happened, but not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you the truth, but this is like an upbeat, positive place. So don't worry, there's gonna be like gross or whatever. So anyways, this is gonna definitely be multi-part because there's like a lot to it, but this is surgery day. And like, what was that like? Because I know for me, like I am 54. I had literally never had surgery before. Like when I was 12, I had my wisdom teeth out, but I don't even think, like I was under, but I don't think it was like real like hospital level of anesthesia. And this was it. And I didn't really know what to expect. Like, I feel like my doctor did prepare me in a lot of ways, but other things were like, I had no idea what was gonna happen. But anyway, I'm not gonna say my name of my hospital or my doctors, but I had fantastic care from start to finish. Loved the hospital, loved my surgeons, loved the whole team. I'll tell you, you'll hear I had a team, people, a team. But yeah, so the night before they tell you, obviously, don't eat after midnight. And then now they do this thing, which is like different because I've always heard like don't eat or you can just drink like water or whatever. So they tell you up to 2 hours before, they actually recommend that you drink like Gatorade. And they said like for energy. And so I asked my surgeon and he said, yeah, it's like more designed for surgeries that are like later in the day. Like if you're fasting and it's like noon or 1, that you can have the carbs from the sugars. But he said it's like not bad. So I have my little Arctic Gatorade by my bedside and I drank that until 2 because my check-in time was at 5:30. And he said like, don't wake up at 2 a.m. to like drink this thing, like you're good. So yeah, anyways, so yeah, I had my bag packed and I had my special outfit to wear. So I knew going in, I ended up being in the hospital for 9 days, but I knew I was going to be there for like at least 5. And I had the outfit that I wore that morning to the hospital is what I wore home. So I had my like special, like I had pajama pants and a big men's shirt, the button on the front. And then, cause I didn't know if I was gonna have like drains or like whatever incisions. So I actually went home cause it was 9 days. I went home with no drain, no like even medications to take, nothing. Like I finished all my antibiotics in the hospital, which was really good. But anyways, so morning of surgery. So they have you check in. Everybody having surgery that entire day checks in this same room. And my surgery is, they call it like a case. It was like a very big case, is the only case for the head and neck surgery department that day. I'll tell you in a minute, there was a team of people there for that. It was a big surgery, but like everything was all in this one room and it's like a machine. So you go, you check in and they hand you your little like piece of paper and they're like, give Susie this paper. So I was sitting. Here comes Susie. Okay, this experience, we were like little ducklings going off to preschool. Like that was what the vibe was. Very nice, wonderful Susie, but she's like, Steve. And Steve lines up, he hands him a piece of paper. It reminded me of like when you're in kindergarten and they send you home and they safety pin a note to your shirt. Like that was kind of the vibe. So line up. And then literally she marched us down through the hallways and we're following her and like little ducklings. It was very, very sweet. Good vibe. And I said goodbye. So my boyfriend Matt drove me there, and then also my parents came. They flew in, and then they like 10 minutes before they're like, here we are. So I was able to like hug and kiss everybody. And then you're in this room. So you walk into this, we all walk in, and it was like this huge room, like a big square, and every side was just like gurneys and with drapes around. And it was like a machine at that point. They're like, hand you a thing, put your gown on, do this. And they come through, so get you in a gown. And I didn't take any of my stuff with me into that room because I had a backpack And then I was able to just leave that with everybody and then just take my own self. And I didn't, they put my clothes and my shoes in a bag, one of those like hospital bag, and that's it. So laying there, I'm in my gown, they start at IV, and I'm just like trying to relax. So my best friend of life, like, oh my gosh, we met when we were 3. Our dads both forgot to pick us up from preschool on the same day. And it was at student housing when her dad and my mom were in college. So our families met that way, and we've just been friends forever. But her mom was a nurse for years and years. She's a wonderful nurse. And so she had called me and she had said, my mom always said, when you're about to go under, keep like the thought in your head is really positive, because that's how you're gonna wake up. And I'm like, okay, so, and I'm like kind of stressing, but I'm like, think a good thought, like, what's my good thought gonna be? Like, yeah. And then they said, okay, your family and your loved ones can come in. And they're gonna watch this and be like, whoa, but they can come in and see you one last time. And I'm like, no, because I just thought, I was like feeling good. I didn't want to like, whatever. So I thought I'd like get nervous or stressed. So then it was the moment like in a movie where they're pushing the gurney and you're laying on your back and you see all the lights like going the ceiling. So then I was starting to like, this is feeling real. They weren't like running though, like in a movie would be, but then wheel me in. Oh, and then when you're in that room, everybody, like all the surgeons come in and meet you. So this like young child comes in. I'm 54. He's my anesthesiologist. I'm like, why are you not older? But no, he was fine. He was wonderful. They actually switched anesthesiologists halfway through because my surgery was so long. But he was really good. He like talked to me, like the multiple different surgeons came. And then my main guy was like, yeah, we'll have some music going in the room. We'll see you in a sec. And it's classical music. So I hope for their sake that they turned on some like bumping good music after I was under. But anyways, then they did. And meanwhile, I'm thinking like, okay, positive thought, be like chill. They did, it was so dramatic. And I feel like I've definitely seen it on Dr. G Medical Examiner, where there's like a microphone dangling from the ceiling and they could talk into it. Like she's like, the liver has stab wounds or whatever. Like, but they did a roll call of everybody who was there. And I don't know if they like had that thing going the entire time, but so literally that room had like 25 people in it. It was like, there were like, I think 5 surgeons, so many nurses, so many assistants, and then they're describing like what they're gonna do. And they're gonna like, in 1 hour, we're gonna turn the table 90 degrees. And then for this part, we're gonna rotate it 45. I was like, ah. So then the anesthesiologist comes over and he's like, oh, and they confirmed the side. They confirmed the side. Then the anesthesiologist is like, okay, I'm gonna put this on your face. It's just oxygen, like just breathe normally. So when someone tells you breathe normally, I don't know about you, but I was like, but no, I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking like, think my good thought. But also they had warned me that it was very likely I was gonna wake up with a tracheostomy, which is like a slit here and then they put a tube in for breathing because everything could swell. And it's easier for them to have it in versus try to put it in on an emergency basis. So he warned me, like, if that happens, you will not be able to speak. So of course, like my brain obsessing on one detail, I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna wake up and like not be able to speak. It was like the nightmare scenario. So in my head, I'm thinking like, think a good last thought. And then I'm also thinking like, remember, if you wake up and you were like silent scream, it's because they did the thing. So I'm like, remember, don't freak out. Remember, don't freak out. And then the anesthesiologist is like, where's your happy place? And I'm like thinking like tennis court. But then I was like, okay, beach of Hawaii. So I'm like, beach warm, the beach of Hawaii, the sands, the wind. He's like, yeah, that's good. I'm sure everybody says like beach of Hawaii. So that's good. And then he's like, okay, now just like breathe normally, but you're gonna start to feel like whatever. So, and they did not have me count down from 10, which is interesting, or 100 or whatever. So, I went like, and then literally I heard him say, okay, she's under. So my last thought was, I shouldn't be able to hear him say that. And then I woke up. And I woke up and I said, and I woke up like first in the operating room and then they like take you to the recovery room, but I said, I'm still alive. And then someone says to me, did you expect not to be? And then apparently then I asked for Matt, which I don't remember, but they did then went to go get him. And then they also did have to tell me not to talk so much to rest my voice. I did not have a tracheostomy, so that was really good. So anyways, that's part 1. Much more to come. My surgery was 8 hours and they made some choices. They were able to decide some things during my surgery. It was originally gonna be 12 hours, you guys, which is long. They cut 4 hours off my surgery from some of the choices they made. So anyway, more to come, much more to come, but I wanted to share. Love you so much, beautiful people. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Bye.